What's up, guys? Sean Torbody, High Performance Nutrition here with my good friends Mark Lodliner and Doug Miller. We want to talk a little bit about PA7. That's our newest product, something that both of these guys have had an opportunity to try right when it came out. This is our newest product for HPN and really our biggest launch in terms of the sports nutrition category, something that any of you guys can take and use, guy or girl, so not just guys, but anyone can take and use if you have the goal of getting stronger, leaner, or building more muscle mass, which I think is pretty much everyone's goal. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about how it works, and I'll let these guys tell you a little bit about their experience with it. But PA7 is the name of the product. The main ingredient is mediator. It's phosphatidic acid. The way it works is it turns up mTOR in all of your muscle cells, which allows you to uptake and absorb amino acids more efficiently and turn them over into lean muscle tissue faster. So again, you're gonna recover faster, you're gonna get stronger, you're gonna build more lean muscle, and with the right dietary situation, you'll lose more body fat. These are things that have been demonstrated in double-blind, placebo-controlled research that has been published, so it's the real deal, it's legit. Mark, you had a little bit of a chance to use it. As someone who is already pretty damn strong, what kind of effects have you seen?
I remember, the thing is even the first workout, and I know it wasn't placebo, because I've taken so many supplements and I stack it, but I did notice a strength increase that workout, whether it was psychological, unbeknownst to me, or whatever. But I've been taking it for the past probably 2-3 weeks, and those of you who follow me on Instagram, which probably most of you, because this is the Tiger Fitness channel, I'd imagine you've seen my strength has increased. Yeah. While I don't ever attribute my strength increase to one thing, because there's so many variables, I will say that while I have been taking this product, I have noticed an increase in strength, whether it's by training or what I'm doing. But this is also in a time period where I've been in less sleep than usual, because I was pretty consistent. We've been on the road a lot lately, a lot of it together. And it's just been, I've had a good training stretch with it. So I can't say that while I've been taking it, I have noticed some great training despite, and again, there's other things involved, but despite having less than favorable conditions for gains.
Right, so not even an optimal environment in terms of nutrition. We do our very best, which is still, very much on point, but not optimal rest, not optimal training environments, but still being able to make gains.
If I can add, before Doug chimes in, like all three of us can empathize with you who have jobs, who have families, because so do we. And we're not always 100%, but we try to do our best to get as close to 100 and to augment it as much as possible through optimal supplementation and doing the best we can with diet and never missing training.
Yeah.
Never, we always make time. We find a way, whether it's at 2 a.m. at a Planet Fitness, we'll find time.
And before Doug jumps in, I will say that, again, as with any product, as amazing as this is and as much as I know it can benefit nearly anyone, if you don't have the right training intensity, if you don't have a good nutrition protocol, if you're not resting and recovering, it's not going to do jack for you. You have to get those variables dialed in before you can really reap the benefits of any supplement, no matter how amazing it is. Even if you were to take all the supplements that we all make, which are fantastic, and we believe in each and every one of them, they can't replace all the other things that you need to have, the good nutrition, the good training, and the recovery.
Keep in mind, we're talking about increasing strength. You don't do that by sitting on the couch.
Yeah, you have to train.
So I've been taking the product for probably, it's been about, 8 since we were out in California. When was that? About 10 weeks ago. And, this is part of my current stack, my current supplementation, and I'm very in tune with my body. So I know, kind of when I'm getting stronger, when I'm hitting ruts. And, my strength over the past, 8 or 10 weeks has consistently gone up. So, at this point, we've been doing this for 20 years. So when you add a rep at a certain weight that you're maxed out on, that's a big deal.
I added 20 pounds to a deadlift. For me, that's huge.
Yeah, so I saw consistent gains throughout that time. So I guess the question I have for you that others are probably asking is this something that needs to be cycled? Because right now, I'm going on actually probably my close to my end of my second or my third bottle. So is this something that can be taken for an extended period of time? What does the research show on it?
What they did in the research, that's a great question, is they used it in 8-week increments. So basically what would amount to be 2 bottles. And I do think that for people, even though we're not the most responsible with taking deloads all the time, we try, but because we travel, we end up getting out of sync with training schedules. But if you're in an ideal training environment, I think about every 8 weeks is a great time frame for a deload.
4 weeks or 8 week break, or what do you?
No, just a week actually. Yeah, just during your deload, don't use it. And the reason why is because you're not inducing the stress muscularly that you would need to, push forward more gains. So taking a week break every 8 to do a deload have it coincide right with it. And maybe the majority of your strength supplements could be as such where you give them a week rest if you wanted to. There's no like contraindication to continuing it, but if you're gonna take a deload, that's a perfect time to take a break.
So I haven't deloaded in like 20 years.
Exactly. So probably there probably wouldn't be too much of a reason to ever stop taking.
So here's the question.
I guess my question was more like, is there any harmful? You know how some products,
exactly.
you stop responding or the mechanism stops working?
It actually doesn't. Yeah, and here's the cool thing. Because it doesn't involve the adrenal glands, it doesn't involve the hormonal system, there's really no downsides. And sometimes there's products that come to the market that do great things, and then we find out later that they're harmful, or maybe we knew it all along, but it just hadn't been banned yet, so it's kind of a gray area product. This will never be banned. It's gone through the scrutiny of both the BSCG Olympic Committee and the NSF for Sport Committee. So this is something that's not ever going to come up in a year or two as being banned. So this is a safe supplement.
So dose and diminishing returns. So you have 4 caps to take pre-training.
Yeah, five caps in the final formula. Yeah.
So 5 caps for training. What about more is better? Because we're in a more is better society.
Yeah, and you know what?
So I've even been slightly underdosing this. I think
No. Yeah, there's something to clear up, which is that this is actually a product that is not only very innovative in terms of the ingredient, but we had to use a special manufacturing process for it. We had to use a different encapsulation machine and do a very, very slow encapsulating rate because we were making it in a 4 capsule formula, but the production process was so slow that we could only make the equivalent of about 60 to 75 bottles a day for the first run. It literally took us 2 weeks to encapsulate just 1,000 bottles. It was ridiculous. So we had to turn it up to a 5 capsule formula in order to make the manufacturing process efficient enough where we could actually produce it sustainably. So
it should be hygroscopic based on
it's extremely heat sensitive, the ingredient, so it needs to remain cool. It's a phospholipid, so it will absorb moisture and it will become very much like waxy if it gets hot, which is why we can't put it in a powder. We actually wanted to put it in a powder to start with, but it wasn't feasible. So 5 capsules, taking more, great question. Actually, I think the real question isn't can you take more and get a better effect? It's can you take less and get a better effect? Because the research studies were done with 1,500 milligrams, which is exactly what's in this product. But the patent holders for this ingredient have actually discussed with us that they want to do some research at lower doses because, to be honest with you, they feel not only that it's very expensive, but they feel that you may actually get a lot of the benefit with a lower dose, like say 1,000 milligrams. Which is why we have right on the bottle a starting dose where if your training's not the most intense, if you're going to be honest and self-evaluate and say that your training's not at an extremely high level, start with 3 capsules, start with 4 capsules and see how you feel after a week or two. Both of these guys said, the strength gains and the recovery gains on this are very real. This is not something where we're saying, hey, you got to take this for 3-4 months to see if you feel anything. No, most people are feeling an effect in the immediate first week or so. So try it out even at a lower dose if you want to look at being more budget friendly or whatnot. But try it out and see how it goes for you.
Stacking. What do you stack it with?
I'll tell you my favorite stack. If you want to look at something where, let's say you're a younger guy, you're in your early 20s, your testosterone levels are very much peaked, you don't need to do anything to modulate testosterone. Taking PA7 with a high quality HMB product, I use the one from Core Nutritionals. Actually, I just traded Doug PA7 for HMB because I use it every single day. I love it and I feel a difference without it. Taking PA7 with HMB, which also helps drive mTOR and recovery, along with a good creatine supplement and a branched chain amino acid, that right there is going to be the foundation for a perfect stack for natural muscle building.
And of course, make sure you have enough protein.
If you don't, I don't even see the thing is I always don't count protein as a supplement because it's a food.
A lot of people underdose. A lot of people just don't. It's like I'm eating so much protein. I'm eating chicken twice a day.
With this supplement,
pound that home.
With this supplement, if you're not getting 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, then you're doing yourself a disservice because you need that raw material of protein to turn over lean muscle mass.
And I think that's all the FAQs I had.
Yeah, that's about it, guys. Give it a shot. TigerFitness.com. Any of your local stores that carry HPM, we're very selective with who has it. Nutrition Corners is one of our great retail partners.
But if you don't buy it at Tiger Fitness, it's most likely, or here, it's most likely counterfeit. Yeah, absolutely. So
sure.
Only buy it at the Nutrition Corners of Tiger Fitness.
That's about it. Or our website, I guess. But
no,
our website's pretty counterfeit. Yeah, buy it from Tiger Fitness or Nutrition.
This is my channel. HPM doesn't exist. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Click on the link down below. It's there. That's not a game.